So when we think of sleep, this is one thing that we all love to do, but we all suck at it. Maybe it's because of the amount of sleep or the duration of sleep, but most importantly is the quality of sleep that you get. Are you tired of feeling tired all the time? Are you exhausted of tipsing and tossing in the bed all the time, mindlessly scrolling through social media? Then, if yes, you're at the right place. Hi, this is Javeria, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Positive Journey. This video is about the ultimate guide to sleep hygiene. We're going to dive deeper into the strategies to create an ultimate bedtime routine. We're also going to touch base upon some signs of sleep before we talk about the sleep hygiene, and as well as about mastering and optimizing our sleep environment. So let's talk about a little bit about the sleep cycles and the science behind those sleep cycles. So basically, your body and mind undergo distinct stages of sleep patterns throughout the night, typically lasting about 90 to 120 minutes for definitely the relaxation and rejuvenation of the entire system. So there are four stages of sleep known as NREM stage 1, NREM, which is non-REM stage 2, non-REM stage 3, and then in the last, REM stage. So NREM stage 1 is the lightest form of sleep. It's when you start feeling drowsy at one particular time of the day when you typically go to bed. This also is very directly linked to your circadian rhythm, that is your internal biological sleep clock. And then during NREM stage 2, you start going to sleep, your muscle activity starts declining, your blood pressure also declines at the same time. So, non REM stage 3 is the deepest form of sleep. You go deep into the sleep cycle, and that's where dreaming typically occurs. Now talking about the REM stage, which is rapid eye movement, which typically happens under your closed eyelids. This stage is absolutely very important is basically the deepest form or stage of sleep. Non-REM sleep stages are typically responsible for physical restoration. That's where the growth hormone also increases or starts developing. It's also help with muscle relaxation and deep tissue restoration. Whereas the REM stages are crucial for cognitive, behavioral functioning, emotional regulation, and learning. So, what happens when our body is not able to get enough sleep? Our body basically goes into sleep depth. Sleep depth is when our body is getting less sleep than what it requires. Insomniac people are basically going into sleep depth, and research tells that you can't make up to that lost sleep over the weekend or maybe the next day by sleeping 12 hours. It's cumulative, meaning it keeps on increasing the depth. So, for example, insomniac people go through different mental, cognitive dysfunctions when they don't get enough sleep, aka sleep depth. They have mood problems, they are irritable, they have cognitive and emotional dysregulation as well. So mental health and sleep basically goes hand in hand. If your mental health is not okay, you're basically insomniac and you're not able to sleep well. And when you're not able to sleep well, you basically becomes insomniac. That is, you go into the sleep depth and the cycle continues. Insomniac people also have anxiety issues. They are basically linked with the mental health conditions like depression. So there is another term also known as sleep revenge. That's when people sleep aggressively due to self-sabotaging. I am going to cover this into detail in my next upcoming episodes. So now let's talk about developing a perfect sleep hygiene. First and foremost, I can't emphasize enough of this. Please have a consistent and routine. Consistency goes a long way. Have the same time of sleeping and same time of waking up, even on the weekends. So it's like shifting the sleep schedule around your social networking and hangouts. For example, if I go every day at 10 p.m. to sleep, I make sure that I'm going at 10 p.m. sharp to sleep. And there's nothing else that I'm doing. It's a non-negotiable. It's very important. Next is red light therapy. It's a very trending trend happening these days. Red light. Research suggests that the red light actually helps you go to bed and put you into sleep in minutes. Basically, it helps you in increasing the melatonin, which is basically a sleep hormone, which naturally occurs according to the circadian rhythm, that is your biological clock in your body. And it helps you in sleeping. It stimulates that hormone. Whereas it's not because of the light, by the way, because light has different wavelengths. The blue wavelength of the light is when the humans are more sensitive to, which is omitted from your cell phones, from the laptop, and also from the TV, etc., from all these electronics. So the blue light basically suppresses the sleep hormone melatonin. And that's when your brain is super hyperactive and you're unable to sleep when you're using the phone at bedtime. After this, we have stretching, deep breathing, meditation. It literally helps. Do it before the bedtime, and it will help you go to bed, go to sleep really quickly. So I have some apps for meditation and deep breathing that I personally do. I'm going to link them down in the description below. Make sure that you're also going for some sauna and exercise. Move your body. I love this part. Like, sweat it out. Channelize your energy. Put your, energy somewhere productive, but make sure that you do not exercise right before the bedtime, because it literally activates your brain, and then overexhaustion of the body also inhibits the sleep and disturbs your sleep cycle. So make sure you work out maybe in the morning, that's the best time, or by late afternoon max. Shut down the electronics. Keep your phone away, man. Just maybe put it in some other room. Shut down the electronics, the TV, the laptop. It's also because of the blue light that it emits, and usage of phone, the electronics, it literally hyperactivate your brain. Not needed for that snoozing thing, please. Then make sure that the temperature of the room is very much cozy. I recommend between 22 to 24 degrees centigrade. It shouldn't be like a boiler room either, or a very chilly or cold that you're like having double layers of blankets on top of you. Just avoid that. Clutter free, clean room. Make sure that your your everything is in place in your room before you sleep. Sleep is an investment, so invest in good, nice bed sheets, a very good mattress to make you sleep really peacefully at night. It literally helps. I'd also like to talk about some supplements like chamomile tea, lavender lotions that are put over here at the earlobe, or maybe at the back of your foot, on the sole. It literally helps with relaxing your mind. And my personal favorite is magnesium. The supplements of magnesium helps with muscle relaxation, helps with nervous neurons, like nerves relaxation. That's one thing I really emphasize on if you want to get a good night's sleep. Along with that, there is melatonin readily available in the market, but personally, I do not recommend it to anyone uh, uh, without doctor's prescription, because there's this trend of getting melatonin. It's really good for relaxation and making you sleep really fast, and you wake up really rejuvenated and refreshed the next morning. But taking it's non-addictive though, but without Prescription is a big no until you're sick and you really, really need to take it. Um, Managing your stress, lowering your cortisol levels. So I remember there was a time when my stress levels were super high while I was doing some really stressful 9 to 5 jobs, and it had literally decreased my sleep. My sleep cycle was so disturbed. I was unable to sleep till 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. So, managing your stress level either by deep breathing, journaling. I'm going to discuss some prompts that I personally do later in my video. But that is also very important, like exercise, deep breathing, like I mentioned, journaling absolutely helps you with lowering down some amount of stress in your life. Diet in check, eating non-processed foods, make sure that you're incorporating a lot of water, a lot of vegetables, fruits in your diet. So basically, if your diet is not in check, you are doomed. And if you're not sleeping well, they both go hand in hand again. So when you're not sleeping well, the next day you crave sugar, you crave processed food, you eat more than what is required, like overeating, and then you again feel guilty of overeating, and you also have a lot of salt and a lot of caffeine to mellow down that effect of insomnia. Please keep the diet absolutely very much in check. Eat mindfully. Um, then moving on, putting on nice PJs also helps. I invest a lot in my PJs, so recently I bought a very comfortable M&S, and I absolutely love it. So when you have a nighttime routine, like a good skincare routine, and when you put new nice PJs, literally helps with you with a restful sleep. Um, my suggestion over here is also not to nap. There were times when I used to nap a lot. Nap, as it also suggests, power nap should only be for 20 minutes, and it literally is power. But if you sleep more than 20 minutes, that is basically not a nap at all. It's like you're sleeping again after taking a nighttime sleep. And then obviously it disturbs your circadian rhythm and you fall asleep really late at night. Don't do this to yourself. Limit caffeine, very important. After caffeine is like coffee, chocolates. So after 3 p.m., make sure that you do not take any tea, coffee, chocolates. This was with me. I used to take a lot of cold lattes in the evening by 5, 6 p.m. homemade. So I was kind of addicted with them. But I had to literally cut that off. And now when I crave any coffee, after my morning coffee is always before 3 p.m. or by 3 p.m. Literally, it works magic if you're looking for that perfect sleep hygiene. Finally, listen to your body. If your body is tired before your usual bedtime, go sleep. But make sure that your body is well rested. So, yeah, let's talk about the perfect ultimate bedtime routine. Number one is dim the lights. Like I said, red light therapy or automated light bulbs help a lot. They're available on Amazon. I'm going to link them down if you are outside Pakistan anywhere, especially the US side. Um, it literally is a magic pill. Like I discussed, temperature control 22 to 24 degrees centigrade. That's the optimal temperature for my comfort. You can adjust the temperature according to your comfort, absolutely. Next one is soothing scented candles, especially for lavender and chamomile. They literally are life changing and my personal favorite. Um, Warm bath, like Epsom salted baths, they literally help you with relaxing your mind and muscle. And of course, your body smells heaven. So it's a very, very relaxing way to unwind for all of us that are looking for a very good night sleep. My personal favorite again is reading and journaling. So it's one of the relaxing way to unwind, but make sure that the book is not too stimulating. Maybe 10 pages of any self development book or a light novel would be great. Put the phone far away. There are, like, um, there's this alarm known as ALARMY. It's an app for alarm, and they have complex math problems in the app. So what you do is to snooze the alarm, that loud alarm. You have to solve those complex math problems, and I always keep it away from my table or my bed. So I wake up solving the complex math problems, and literally wakes my mind up. So there's no way that I'm going back to sleep after snoozing that horrible alarmy app. So yes, that's all for today. Make sure that you apply these strategies in your daily routine and have an amazing good night's sleep. But remember to have your non-negotiables, like putting the phone away, no electronics, dim the lights, and have a nice cool bath before you go to bed. It's very important. Sleep tight, and do not forget to be kind and gentle to yourself. If you like today's episode, please let me know in the comments below. They are open for suggestions, point of views, any opinions. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, and then see you next time with a new and interesting episode at The Positive Journey.